Hello there, Libra, and welcome back to my channel. So this is your bonus reading for this week. We're going to see what Spirit has for you as far as any obstacles or areas of resistance or advice, and we'll take a look at what you have looking forward to this next week. And this is your bonus reading because once again, Libra, you were one of my top views last week, so thank you so much for supporting my channel. And if you're resonating with this message or enjoying the content that I create, I would really appreciate it if you would consider sharing, or subscribing. Okay, let's get into it. We'll take a look first at your past, present, and future energies with the oracle cards and see what we have there. So in the past, to the sea, this is kind of surrendering to your soul journey, listening to your intuition and just kind of going with the flow. Soulmates, really nice. So this is your present energy. You may have a new soulmate coming in. This could be a romantic connection, or it could just be, a new person coming in your life, a new friend, something like that. So we'll go to the tarot, we'll get some details. And truth be told, Libra, this is similar to a lot of the readings you've been getting. Really having somebody come in, and I've been reading your comments. A lot of you have been in relationships in the past that were really toxic or manipulative, a lot of mind games, that type of thing. And you have somebody new coming in that's truthful, that opens up their heart, that is, able to emotionally connect with you. And time for a nap. When you get overwhelmed, make sure that you're getting a lot of rest, especially during this Virgo season, because with Virgo, we're cleaning out a lot of the old energies, and it can be kind of emotional. We can have a lot of triggers or emotions kind of bubbling up. But we're getting ready for your season because Libra, we're about into Libra season, which is so much more balanced. And you will feel so much better when Libra season gets here. So if you do, if you find yourself being fatigued or just, needing to take a nap, take a nap. Allow yourself to do that. Okay, so let's see what we have for To the Sea, cornucopia. Yeah, kind of just like on a search for your Ten of Cups. Cornucopia is like all your wishes and dreams, and it's kind of like you're surrendering to the journey, realizing that the universe will provide the cornucopia for you. It's just embracing the journey. And, she's always in the bathtub by herself, right? It's kind of like, I think a lot of you are single right now. Some of you may be wondering, will I ever love again? Will there ever be love again? But here you are, you kind of realize that you may have to be on this path for a little bit by yourself. This is a little bit of the hermit mode, but that, you obviously have somebody coming in. So let's see what we have for this soulmates. What do we have here? Yin and yang. I love this. Okay, so for some of you, it could be a twin flame, but it's a true soulmate. The yin and the yang is the divine feminine and the divine masculine coming together. Now, we all have divine feminine and masculine within us, but then in a connection, we also have the divine feminine and masculine. And it's not about gender, it's about the energies. And so, I feel like for a lot of you, you're getting in balance. And especially as we come into Libra season, you're getting into balance with your own divine feminine and masculine. And when you bring that into balance, the nice thing is that you also attract a soulmate that is also balanced. This is such a lovely energy. With the yin and the yang, it's kind of like it's just an easy flow. Here you are kind of going by yourself. And yet at the same time, you have this beautiful new energy coming in, finding balance within yourself and also finding balance with, a soulmate. And, this probably is a romantic soulmate, but it's just coming into this lovely balance. Okay, and then truth be told, on the bottom, all tied up. So let's see what else we have. Second chakra, carrying, all tied up is about feeling a little bit like the Eight of Swords, kind of like, kind of caught up in our own energy of wondering, will I ever have love? Just our own allowing our fears to kind of drive our decisions. But here's the key. In the future, Spirit is really saying it's really important that you get into your heart space. You see how the owl has this window in the heart area, right? It's opening up your heart and taking action with your heart in mind. This energy is all up in your head. And our fears come from our ego, just trying to protect us. You know, if you've had an experience in the past, especially a romantic connection in the past that was manipulative, toxic, narcissistic, all of that, it can tie you up in the sense that you may not want to move forward in love. But this is an indication that your heart is about to open. Your heart is about to go out and seek, actually action, seeking love and truth in love. Like no mind games. Like you're kind of like, I'm over the mind games. No more mind games. I just wanted to be truthful, putting your true, authentic light out there, and, whatever comes, and that's the way it should be. Okay, let's go to the tarot. We're going to look at your present energy, areas of resistance or obstacles on your path, advice from Spirit, and then finally the outcome if you take the advice. But remember, Libra, you have free will, so you can always make your own choices. You do not have to follow the advice on the table. Okay, so let's take a look at your present energy. 7 of Cups. This is a sense of looking at all the options in your life. Some of you may be a little confused or even overwhelmed, but I'm also getting the message that this is, you picking out what it is that you want, the star that you want, and going in that direction. It's about getting that clarity, and you get that clarity when you kind of like surrender to the journey. Okay, I also got this, if you go to the beach, because she's like in a bathtub and at the beach, and if you go to a beach that has very little commercialism to it, right? The stars at night are just incredible, right? It's just amazing because you have the water, and the water is just kind of like, you have this whole open sky, okay, in the horizon as far as you can see, and all you can see is stars. If it's a nice dark beach, it's beautiful. If you've never seen that, you definitely put it on your bucket list, right? But I'm getting the sense that as you are sitting in this bathtub in the middle of the ocean by yourself, just surrendering to the journey, going with the flow, that type of energy, you find the star that you want, that you want. It's kind of like, that's my star. I want to go to that star. That's my wish. That's my dream. That's what I want. And it's kind of like, then you know what direction to go in. So if you're sitting there going, I don't know where I want to go, that's okay, because you're actually kind of in that energy. This is your past energy, but you could still be feeling it. You're in that energy of kind of maybe still searching. But the clarity is going to come, because out of all of these stars, you're going to see the direction, the one that you want to go to. Some of you could even be star seeds, So let's take a look at your area of resistance or your obstacle. Okay, now I have the deck upside down, but there are no mistakes in tarot. So we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. So this is a fresh start, but because it's in your area of resistance and it's upside down, it means that you are resisting a fresh start. There's something, there is a fresh start in love. And for some of you, I just feel like you're just afraid. It's kind of like, I got really burned in love before. I'm not sure I want to do this again. So it's really kind of an interesting energy of you want it. I think you want it. Some of you may even be searching for it. Some of you may even know what kind of soulmate you want. You may even have picked out a soulmate in some instances, but it's kind of like you're not ready to start on the journey. So let's see what your advice is. Page of Swords. Okay, this could be a message, a text or an email, but I also get a sense that you're getting more clarity about you know, you picked out your star. This is kind of like an Ace of Swords. Okay, I know what I want, right? And now, you know, the Page of Swords is kind of like gathering information. You know, sometimes it can be somebody kind of watching you. And this could be, you know, if you have a past person, they could be watching you. It could be a new person watching you, or you could be watching somebody else, you know, kind of like trying to figure out, you know, are they single? Are they available? You know, what do they like to do? You know, maybe you've seen somebody kind of from afar, maybe in your community or something, and it's kind of like, you know, you're trying to just gather some information. You know, it's kind of like you picked out your star and now you're trying to gather information. You see how he's standing on a stack of books. You're trying to gather information about the star itself, or like how to get there, you know, kind of like gathering information. And then, this is nice. Okay, so this is your future. It's the Death card. It's this cycle coming to an end and then being able to start a new beginning. I feel like for some of you, you know, this could be a message or an email from perhaps somebody in the past. You know, you're kind of confused. How do I want to go forward, you know, in your own life on your new journey? And then, you know, as soon as you step into that new energy, then, you know, lo and behold, who shows up? So we'll clarify these. Seven of Swords, somebody's holding back here. Whether you're holding back from somebody, reaching out to somebody, whether past or new, or somebody else is holding back. Yeah, there's a sense of wanting victory, but being patient with it. And then we have the Judgment card. So the Judgment card is about second chances. Perhaps somebody trying to come back from the past, or, you know, it's kind of like they may be keeping tabs on you. You know, asking friends, looking on your social media accounts, you know, that type of thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify these. We have Seven of Cups, Three of Cups, oh, the Star, Six of Pentacles, really nice. Yeah, so this is your subconscious, you know, what you're kind of thinking about, or like what your subconscious mind is thinking about, even though you may not know it. You're still kind of sad about something. And I think really, Libra, you know, especially from reading your comments, a lot of you are stepping onto a new path. But when we step onto that new path, sometimes, even though it's a good new path for us, we're kind of sad about some of the things that we've had to leave behind. You know, we're sad that a relationship has ended, or we're sad that the dream of that relationship has ended. Sometimes the person, we understand that the person is really toxic and not good for us, but we can still kind of miss what we thought that relationship would turn out to be, right? And it's kind of like that kind of energy. But here you are, you're looking at your options, you're choosing your star, you're trying to go into this new direction. And look at this. We have the Star here. So once again, it's kind of like you're choosing your direction. You're choosing your star. You're celebrating your new life, and it's bringing you so much more balance. So even though you have this sadness kind of in the back of your mind, you know, especially as this Virgo season is closing out, you know, these feelings may come up. And when they do, just embrace them. You know, don't try to shut them down. Just say, okay, yes, I miss, you know, you may miss a part of that person. Maybe they were super funny, right? Or they could really get you to laugh, or they really enjoyed, you know, being playful or something like that. And you're kind of like, yeah, I really miss that. Or maybe you miss their smile or something like that. And so it's kind of this energy of you're missing a part of something from this person in the past, or what you thought that relationship, how that relationship would end up. But you're also seeing all of this lovely new energy because you are on this new path, and that, you know, that has ended. Okay, so with the Ace of Wands, what I'm getting here is that, you know, just as you're about to step on this new path, or I think a lot of you have actually stepped onto the new path, but it's kind of like something from the past is calling you back. You're hesitating. It's like you've taken 3 steps onto the path, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, wait a minute. Is this really where I want to go? So let's see what we have here. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, kind of some drama. This could be just up in your own head. This could be with Virgo season, these feelings coming up. Look at this. Yeah, we have the Hierophant here. Once again, I think this person from the past could have been somebody that you were either married to, thought you might get married to, were in a long-term commitment. You're trying to birth this new life for yourself, but you're just kind of confused. It's kind of like, I just don't know. You had the Seven of Cups twice. So this is kind of like confusion, kind of self-doubting yourself. You're on this path. Sometimes when we step onto a new path, we're really excited, right? And for some of you, if this is not a relationship, maybe it's a business, this is a business connection of some sort. You step onto the new path and you got all this momentum going, you're excited about it, and then it's kind of like I'm getting the sense that you're in a boat and you're rowing and you're like, have you ever gone kayaking or canoeing or rowing? It's really fun at first, and then pretty soon you're kind of like, my arms are tired. And maybe when you first get started, you're going with the flow of the river, or the tidal creek, or wherever you are kayaking or canoeing, and you're going with the flow. You have all this momentum going, and then you have to turn around, you have to come back into a headwind, and fighting the current. And it's kind of like, it's okay, because that's the ebb and flow of life. Not every day is going to be, swiftly moving down with the current and everything is easy. Sometimes you are going to have, the sun in your face, and you're going to be hot and sweaty, and you're going to have the wind, the headwind, kind of pushing you back. You have to really dig in deep with the oars. It's that type of energy. And so when we get to that, sometimes we stop and we go, oh my gosh, I think I'm on the wrong path. No, you're not on the wrong path. It's a natural ebb and flow of life. And some days are just easier than others. And it's okay. Don't second guess yourself. I get this sense that you may be second guessing yourself. Especially if you're concerned that you'll never have love in your life again, because look at this. And this is the number 22. It's like a true soulmate. And it could be that for some of you, if you think you're in a twin flame connection, perhaps even separated from your twin flame, this person could be reaching out. But remember, you don't have to be with your twin flame. It's up to you. If it's not a good connection, if that person hasn't awakened, if that person can't see your light, then it's not time to be with them, right? They have to go and, do some more awakening, get back into their heart space and not listen to their ego. Okay, so let's see what this advice is. We have the Page of Swords. There's some information here that either you are gaining or somebody's trying to gain about you. What do we have here? 5 of Swords, Page of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords. Yeah, there's somebody that's really up in their head. I have a feeling this is somebody you're dealing with. I don't think this is your energy. Somebody is really up in their head. This is a lot about regrets. I'm getting a sense that you could have somebody from the past, somebody that's kind of keeping tabs on you, not in a stalkery way. They're just trying to figure out how they can reach out to you. They're seeing that you are their 10 of Pentacles, something that they really want, somebody they want to spend the rest of their life with. And they want to come in with an apology. But I think they're trying to gather some information. They're not really sure how to come in. They're kind of really up in their head, trying to decide. For some of them, they could be awakening right now. Yeah, death and rebirth. They could be coming into their awakening. They see you as the Queen of Cups. Somebody that really just nurtures yourself, puts yourself first, loves yourself, loves your life, loves the people around you. Yeah, 6 of Cups. Somebody from the past. Judgment. But here we have the 7 of the Swords. I think that this is the thing, is that, that sneaky behavior. And, with the Page of Swords, it's kind of hard because, I kind of understand it. They're trying to gather information so they can come in with the right strategy, right? But I also feel sometimes with the Page of Swords that there's a little bit of that Seven of Swords energy with it, right? Oh, we have the devil underneath here too. That it's kind of like they're keeping tabs on you. They could be even saying to their friends, well, I just, how's Libra doing? That kind of energy. But it's not, I really do think that they know that you are their soulmate, that you could have a long-term connection, but they're kind of caught up in their heads with it. And I'm just going to say this, Libra. They're bringing in a Page of Cups. If they were coming in with a Knight of Cups or a King of Cups, I would be a little bit more excited. But I think that they're just coming into their awakening. They may be going through something difficult right now, and they kind of feel like you're the answer to their problem. You're the solution. And, look at you. You're opening your heart. You're ready to move forward. You're ready for bigger and better things. And, we have a death card in the future. I really feel like you're closing this out. You're kind of like looking at them and you're like, you're all in your head. Like, that's not what I want. We had those mind games before. I want somebody that really loves me, that tells me the truth, that isn't telling me maybe what I want to hear, or maybe what they want to say to me in a manipulative way to get their way with me in some way, right? It's kind of like, yeah, I'm kind of done with that. Now, I'm really kind of surprised because I really feel like, I wonder if it's because we're at the end of Virgo season. Like, because I feel like you have kind of really closed out this past energy and you've been on your new path. But I'm wondering if because of the Virgo season, it's kind of like a clearing out of, it's kind of like, look at this, truth be told, it's got all of these little hearts like fluttering away. But I get a sense that it's almost like dust, like you're cleaning out the dust in your heart. Like you're cleaning out, I really get you're cleaning out all the little parts of this past person that you have loved. You're kind of like, okay, yep, I like that about them, or I love that about them. Yes, they were really good. They could always make me laugh when I was sad, or they had a great smile, or whatever, right? And you're clearing that out. You're like, yes, that is true. But at the same time, I know what they were really like. I want to put an end to it. Death is on the bottom again. Like really ending it. We've had the death card quite a bit. So I'm kind of excited about this in a way. Even if this person, this person may not actually reach out. I think they're thinking of reaching out. You may feel their energy and your energy, which is causing you to like, I'm getting rid of this, whatever it takes. Okay, so let's see what we have with the death card. Yeah. You're not reconnecting with them. I think that this is just kind of their energy coming into your energy, and you're kind of like, yeah, no, I'm not going back to that. It doesn't matter how funny they are. I'm not going back to those mind games, So in the future, you have a death, and then you have the Hermit card. So, you may be a little bit solitary right now, but I love this energy. Don't forget you have this. I feel like for a lot of you, you're bringing yourself into balance, especially in this Libra season, which is going to attract a more balanced energy. This person from the past is not balanced. You're kind of like, no, I have to. And it is kind of funny that the Hermit is about the light, shining your light. And you have the Star card twice. Well, you have the Star card once, but then you have the Seven of Cups, right? It's kind of like you're choosing to shine your light, I'm getting the sense that some of you in the past, this person in the past may not have recognized your light. And you may have tried to be all these different stars in the sky to keep them happy. Like you may have just like turned yourself inside out trying to make this person happy. And now you're kind of like, all of those other stars, okay? There's 7 stars here. 6 of those stars are not me. It's not the authentic me. I put that mask on. I took that role because I was trying to make this person happy. But oh, wait a minute. I get it now. I am this star. This one is me. That's my light. That's my true authentic self. And I'm going to go in that direction. And when you truly step into your true authentic self, guess what? You're going to also attract somebody that loves your true authentic self. It's really a nice reading because you're making progress, moving forward. If you're concerned, oh no, I'm having feelings about this person. I have nice thoughts about this person, right? I'm remembering how they made me laugh. I don't want to think about that, right? You may be wondering, hey, am I still progressing? Am I moving forward on my soul path? Yes, you are. You're moving slowly because you're making the true progress. You're building the very foundation that you need to have a really strong future, a firm foundation for what comes next on your life. And I think with this Three of Pentacles, a lot of you are working with your intuition, your spirit guides, You're getting really into your spiritual side, your divine feminine and masculine. And you're stepping into that, allowing your spirit guides, your angels to help you understand that you are progressing. With the Hermit card, you're going inward. You're finding your true authentic self and you're really shining that light. And there could be days, remember, there's the ebb and flow. There could be days where you're kind of like, well, I don't know if I shine my true light today. I blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, that's fine. You're recognizing it. And then you can make different choices, starting at that moment, or the next day. We all do that. That's just part of the experience of being here, right? The school of life. Okay, here's your cosmic journey. Your greatest work is your legendary legacy. Yeah, it's stepping into your true light. It's recognizing I'm not these other 6 stars. I'm this one star. And that's a beautiful star, right? So I'm going to embrace that one star. I'm not going to try to be everything to everybody. I'm going to be my true authentic self. And by doing that, I will attract the perfect soulmate for me, my yin and my yang, right? It's kind of like we're going to be 2 peas in a pod. It's just that type of energy. And it really, and seriously, here's your future. Stepping into your truth. You're a light. Only accepting things into your life that accept your true authentic self. Okay, and here is your Lover's Oracle card. If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind. For the heart is the gateway to the soul. And look at this, right? The window, the gateway to the soul. It's your heart. And when you follow that, when you don't allow people, this person could come back. They could even throw out one of their mind games to you, to get you thinking again about them or whatever, or to kind of almost get you up in your head, right? You're like, oh no, nipping away at your self-confidence. No, you've seen this, this. That's not your true authentic self, and you can't let somebody else steal your light, right? You are the light keeper of your own light. And so let your light shine. Well, Libra, this was a really nice reading, especially as we're going into Libra season. So I hope you did enjoy it. And once again, thank you. This was your bonus reading for all of your support of my channel. I really do appreciate it. And if you enjoyed this reading, I would really appreciate if you would consider sharing, or subscribing. And I wish you much love and light in this situation and all your situations. Make sure that you're kind to yourself. Be compassionate to yourself as you go through these last couple of weeks of the Virgo season. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.